In a small village nestled between rolling hills, there was an old woman named Marla who lived in a cottage at the edge of town. Marla was known for her beautiful garden, which bloomed with flowers of every color imaginable. The garden was magical in its own way. People said that anyone who visited left with a sense of peace, their troubles lighter. But Marla's garden had a secret. For years, she had quietly tended it alone, though her hands had grown tired and her back bent with age. She had long forgotten the joy of sharing her work with others, believing it was her burden to bear. Every morning, she would rise with the sun, care for her plants, and return to her cottage with a weary smile. One spring afternoon, as Marla knelt by a rose bush, a young boy named Theo wandered by. His family had just moved to the village, and he was known for his boundless curiosity. Seeing Marla, Theo hesitated before asking, "Can I help you with your garden?" Marla looked up, surprised. It had been years since anyone had offered to help. "It's hard work," she said gently. "You might get your hands dirty." "I don't mind," Theo replied with a smile. "I like getting dirty." Marla chuckled and handed him a small shovel. Together, they worked in the garden, the sun warming their backs. At first, Marla gave simple instructions, where to plant, how to water, but as the hours passed, they talked about more than flowers. Theo shared stories about his school and friends, and Marla told tales of the village from long ago. She hadn't realized how much she missed this kind of connection. As days turned into weeks, Theo came back every afternoon, his enthusiasm never fading. Slowly, more villagers began to visit, drawn by the sight of Marla and Theo working together. Some offered their own help, bringing seeds, watering cans, and even snacks for everyone to share. What had once been Marla's quiet, solitary garden blossomed into a place of laughter and community. The garden, once only a reflection of Marla's quiet strength, became a symbol of the village's unity. Everyone contributed in their own way, whether it was planting flowers, painting garden signs, or simply spending time in the peaceful space they had all nurtured. Marla, who had once thought that her garden was her burden alone, realized that it had become something much bigger, a shared joy. As she watched children run between the flowers and villagers sit together on benches they'd built, she felt a deep warmth in her heart. The garden had grown more beautiful than ever, not just because of the flowers, but because of the hands that had helped it thrive. One evening, as the sun set behind the hills, Marla sat beside Theo on a bench they'd made together. The golden light bathed the garden in a soft glow. "Thank you, Theo," she said quietly. "You've given me more than I could have ever imagined." Theo smiled up at her. "I didn't do it alone. We all did." Marla nodded, her heart full. She realized that life, like a garden, wasn't meant to be tended alone. The most beautiful things grow when shared. Thanks for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.